What's going on, everyone, and welcome to today's 8 minutes of core workouts. Today we're going all body weight and focusing on core for the next 8 minutes. This one is a great one to use to kind of kickstart your morning. You want to use it after a high strength day. This is a great core workout. In this one, you're going to see anything from dead bugs to planks to some side planks, and I'm going to work in some partial get-up sit-ups as well. But again, it's 8 minutes of work. Let's go get started. We're going to get started with a dead bug. So I want your arms straight up right from your shoulders. Legs are bent and right at 90 degrees. Make sure your lower back is driving to the floor, trunk is nice and locked in, and I want you to extend opposite arm, opposite leg. So as you extend that right arm out, I want you to kick that left leg on out here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Focus on a ton of core control. Awesome. I'm just going to have you come into some bridges. So you're going to be on your heels, hands are right by your side. I just want you to bridge on up. Lift your butt up towards the ceiling. Lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Really focus on firing up those hamstrings and glutes. Awesome. Let's flip on over. Let's come right into a low plank. With this low plank, I want your elbows directly underneath your shoulder, back is nice and flat, and I just want you to lock it in and hold, maintain that good neutral alignment. We're gonna hold for 20 seconds here. Focus on your breathing. When you breathe with your, while you're doing this plank, I want you to think about blowing out birthday candles. So really focus on that really controlled breath here. Let's go for another 5. Awesome, let's go right back onto your back. You're gonna come right back into these dead bugs. Arms straight up right from your shoulders, legs are bent right at 90. It's opposite arm, opposite leg, okay? Trunk is nice and locked in. Make sure as you extend that one arm, the other one doesn't go with it, okay? So the other one doesn't go the opposite direction. I know these are tough. Awesome, let's go right into this bridge. Right on those heels, hands are right by your side. Lift those hips on up towards the ceiling. Really focus on squeezing those hamstrings and glutes at the top. Awesome, let's flip on over. Let's come right back into this low plank. We're gonna hold for 20. Elbows directly underneath that shoulder, or the shoulders, back is nice and flat. Good neutral alignment here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's go for another 5 seconds. Awesome, perfect. So I'm gonna have you come into a high plank. I really want you to screw your hands into the floor, fire up those lats, and I'm gonna have you go into a lift, lift, crossing drive. So it's a lift 1, lift 2, cross under, opposite side, lift 1, lift 2, cross under. Maintain this good, tight plank form as you come into these. When you come into those lifts, I really want you to think about firing up that glute, okay? Back is nice and flat. If at any point you just wanna go into the knee drives, you could definitely do so. You could also just hold this plank. We're gonna go for another 7 seconds. Awesome, let's go right on your back. I'm gonna have you come into a partial get up, sit up. So what that's going to look like, right knee is going to be bent, right arm is straight up. If you wanna hold a dumbbell here, you definitely can. Left leg is nice and straight out on a little bit of angle. Left arm is out to the side. I want you to come all the way up to your forearm, okay? So I just want you to leave it there for the first couple reps. Bring it right back down. Controlling through that trunk. Really think about connecting here, okay? Bicep is going to track by your ear, all the way up to that forearm. If you feel like you can take it up one more level, I want you to go forearm, and then palm, and then bring it right back down the same way, okay? Here we go, get all the way up there, palm. Let's bring it to the opposite side. Let's bring it to the opposite side. So left arm is going to be straight up, left knee is bent, right arm out to the side, right leg out to the side here. Roll all the way up to that forearm. If you wanna go all the way up to that palm, you can. Be real slow and controlled here, real detailed. Bicep is going to track by that ear. There we go. Let's hit another good solid rep here. Awesome, let's bring it right back into that high plank. We're gonna come right back into that lift, lift, drive. Okay, so high plank position, screw those hands into the floor. And it's lift 1, lift 2, drive across and under. Make sure there's no arch in your low back and your butt's not lifting too high, okay? I really want you to lock it in here. If at any point you just want to go into these knee drives, you definitely can. You could also just hold. Let's go for another 7 seconds. Awesome. Let's go right on your back. We're going to come right back into that partial get up, sit up. Again, if you want to add a weight to this arm that's straight up, you definitely can. Right arm is straight up, right knee is bent, left leg is out to the side, left arm is out to the side. Get all the way up there to your forearm, to your palm, bring it right back down the same way. Good, let's bring it to the opposite side. Let's bring it to the opposite side. Left arm is straight up, left knee is bent. Pull up and across. Don't be afraid to roll onto that hip. There we go. Get all the way up there. Awesome. So I'm going to have you bring it right into a side plank. With this side plank, I want this forearm directly underneath that shoulder. Feet are going to be stacked. Back is nice and flat. So I just want you to hold right here. If you feel like you could take this up a level, I want you to add this touch and then return to that starting position. You could also add a weight here to this top hand, okay? Breathe, breathe, breathe. One straight line from the crown of your head to your tailbone, tailbone toward those heels. Let's go for another 5 seconds. Awesome, let's bring it to the opposite side. We'll go 20 seconds this side. Forearms directly underneath that shoulder, shoulder in line with that top hand, lock it in, let's go. Brace your core here. Make sure you're not rounded forward. We are locked in completely, okay? Awesome, let's go right on your back. We're gonna come into a heel to toe leg drop. So what that's going to look like, so notice that this toe is on the back side of this heel. Hands are going to be right by my side. Slow and controlled. I want you to drop these legs on down to the floor and then return to that starting position. Big thing with these is I don't want you to arch your low back. Make sure that low back is driving into the floor. If you need to modify, I want you to bend your knees a touch. Tap those heels right here. Slow, controlled. Let's stay on this one side for 20, and then we'll go opposite side for 20, okay? There we go. Adjust these as needed. You could always go into that knee bend. Let's go for another 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it to the opposite side. Toe to heel, slow, controlled. Lock in that trunk. And good, awesome. Let's come into these side planks one more time here. One more set of these two, okay? Forearms directly underneath that shoulder, shoulder in line with the top hand, feet are stacked, back is flat. Let's hold. Add that touch if you want. Really focus on keeping everything nice and locked in here. Let's bring it to the opposite side. Let's bring it to the opposite side. Good, let's go. Let's hold. And good, awesome. Let's go right on your back. Let's come into these heel to toe leg drops and close this on out. Hands are right by your side. We're gonna go 15 seconds per side here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's bring it to the opposite side, slow and controlled. And good, awesome. Rest, rest, rest. I'm just gonna have you push up through your hips here. Just look up towards the ceiling, get that good stretch of your trunk. Great work. Awesome.